Manveer, if everything goes right, we will finish the engagement today.
Why so soon?
Why delay an auspicious task?
Seerat and I are going. You can come with Sahiba in 𝐀𝐻𝐕𝐄's rickshaw.
I'm not coming, Mom. Angad Singh Brar does not like me. If he finds out that Seerat is my sister, then maybe he'll call off the alliance.
An event for our show will be done at Hotel 4th Avenue, where Punjab's top models will be there. I was thinking if you attended the show as my chief guest, then the show's glamour would increase. Oh, I forgot. Due to work pressure, today Mr. Angad is coming to your house. Or how will you come?
Gary?
I forgot that Brother Angad is coming to your house today. How can you come?
Send me the details by message. You'll believe it when you see me before you. Just trust me.
Don't come out until I call you. Do you understand?
Seerat's palanquin will leave from this house. I promise you that. Now wipe off your tears. We have to prepare to welcome everyone.
Sahiba, did Seerat come to you?
No, she didn't come here. What happened? Where did Seerat go?
Did Seerat run away?
Hey, want to watch this in your own language subtitle? It's super easy. Just click the CC button. If you're on your phone, tap the CC button above. If you're watching on a TV or laptop, click the CC button below. Choose your language, English, Arabic, French, Spanish, German, and many more. And enjoy the series your way.
The heck? If my mom and aunt could, they'd get me married to Angad today. They said goodbye to me in their car and just left me. Darn it. But if I tell them about Gary today, Mom will slap me silly. Because I know Mom wouldn't approve of Gary. She won't even hear me out. Oh goodness, what do I do? I'm worried sick here. Here's what I'll do. I'll sneak out of here. Yes.
Seerat? Hey, where are you going? Huh?
Me?
Yes?
I'm not going anywhere, Mum. I was just marveling at Aunt's house. Aunt has a beautiful house, doesn't she?
What the heck is wrong with you? Your mother is doing all the legwork to get you married and you're frolicking about all over your aunt's house. Listen here, call up Angad's family and find out when they'll be here.
Oh yes, Mum. I got a call from them. They're on their way, so
And you thought you couldn't even tell your mum? Because I'll know the minute they barge right in here.
Come on, Mum.
Let's go. We have preparations to do.
Mum, there's something more important than the preparations.
Oh no. What happened now?
I have to go to the parlor. Mum, I also need to get a touch-up done.
Idiot. Moron. This is not the time to go to the parlor. Let's go. There's a lot to do. Let's go.
Mom, if I don't look good to them today, all your hard work will go in vain. Darn it.
You look really nice. You look really pretty. You look like a fairy princess. Happy now, Seerat? Let's go.
That's not done, Mom. Just look at my face. It looks so dull.
Hold on. Here we go. Your face looks dull. Here you go.
Goodness, what the heck are you doing, Mom?
Doing a touch-up for you.
Reapplying lipstick is not the same as getting a touch-up. Makeup is no joke, Mum.
Even today's meeting is no joke, Seerat. Think of this as your final exam. We have come here to this point by begging and pleading with everyone. We mustn't lose this opportunity. You have to pass this exam no matter what. Not just pass. You have to be the top in this exam. Do you understand, Seerat? And you're speaking of leaving the exam hall? No, my child. We can't take any risks. We just can't do that. We've come too far, my child.
Mom!
Let's go. Let's go. Sit here. Now sit and look pretty, okay? Your mom will handle the rest.
Yes.
Okay? Listen. Do not leave this room until I call you. Understand? My beauty queen. Don't worry, okay? Best of luck.
Thank goodness Sahiba didn't come here. Had she come here, it would have been impossible to get rid of her.
Sister Sahiba, what are you doing?
I'm walking shoulder to shoulder with time. Social media rules the world. You need to make your presence felt. This is me marketing my work on social media. Wait, let's see. What kind of a response we get? We might just get a few orders from online.
That's a smashing idea.
Hello? Yes? Yes! No, sir, please don't worry. Your order will be delivered on time. Yes. Thank you.
Sister Sahiba, we have a ton of orders, mostly online. How will you meet the orders on time? There is really so much work that you won't finish even if you work 10 days straight.
You're worrying far too much. Don't worry so much, okay? You'll see. I promise. I'll deliver all the orders on time.
I can see that. You stayed up all night last night just so you could do the cooking for Seerat and the guests. Now we're stuck with meeting orders on time. Tell me something. Are you human or machine?
When the demands placed on humans increase, they can turn into machines. I have no other option than fulfilling these orders. Seerat's wedding is going to happen soon, and we need the money. And I know only one method to earn money. Work.
But if you work so much by putting in so much effort, then you will surely start to ruin your health.
How is this an effort? I love doing this work. And when a person does the work that she loves, it feels like a game to her. And a game doesn't feel like hard work.
रब आप ही इश्क गावे रब आप ही इश्क गावे रब आप ही इश्क मिटावे रब आप ही इश्क गावे रब आप ही इश्क मिटावे.
Why am I thinking about him?
Tea? Keep the tea here. Have tea. Serve the tea. Would you like some? Our Angad is waiting for someone else to serve the tea to him. Am I right, Angad?
Thank you. Ma'am.
Thank you.
A lady who travels in a taxi owns such a big, grand house. It's unbelievable. How could it happen?
Ma'am, your house is incredible. And you have truly decorated it beautifully. Thank you. What do you say, Manveer?
Why is Seerat nowhere to be seen?
My goodness. I am unable to believe that I'm the chief guest of this grand event. Everywhere it is glamorous. Also, look at the decoration. It looks so beautiful. I can make several reels here. Reels for an entire year can be made here. Yes. Here you go. Finally, I'm under the spotlight. All the women here at the event are wearing expensive and classy clothes, but I'm wearing a sari, honestly.
Seerat, Autograph, please. Please, ma'am. Your autograph?
My autograph?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you all know me?
Yes, ma'am. Mr. Gary Baveja sent us your photos, mentioning you as today's chief guest.
Sure. I'm giving autographs. Is this real or am I seeing a dream? Oh goodness, I may faint now.
Ma'am, can we take a selfie?
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Gary, for making me feel like a celebrity. You are so much better than Angad.
Where is Seerat?
Miss Santosh, you didn't introduce her.
You see, I am Seerat's aunt. Santosh is my sister.
Greetings. Greetings.
Greetings.
And what about Seerat's father? He's nowhere to be seen. We couldn't meet him the last time either. I hope that he has saved some time for us now.
Oh, indeed, he has saved plenty of this time. He is inside.
Santosh, why don't you go and fetch him? Go get him.
Okay, just a minute. What's with this woman? Why is she telling me to bring him? Can't she just do it herself? Listen. Oh, no, dear. Why are you wearing these low-grade clothes? I had told you to wear my brother-in-law's suit. Why didn't you wear this? Wear this. Yeah.
I already told you. I won't wear this. Also, you told me that you had revealed the truth to everyone. So why this drama?
Oh, goodness. Yes, I told them that we are very poor. But we don't need to look so poor, do we? They are the Brar family. Wear some good clothes for them, why don't you? Why are you throwing tantrums? Will you wear this or not?
No. I came here as Sahiba requested. But if you behave adamantly, I will leave without meeting them, and I will just go home.
I can't believe it. I'm trying to convince a rock. Showcase yourself as poor to the Brar family then. Come, they are waiting for you.
Hi. The Anushka Sinha said hi to me. No, this is a dream. Ow! Wow, this is the truth.
Excuse me. Hi. Usually we reply hi when someone says hi.
Hi.
So you are Gary's special guest, right?
Yes.
Gary's a very special friend of mine. And he did tell me about you.
Oh, nice.
Bye, see you now.
Okay. Hold on. Selfie?
Yes, sure.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Hello, ma'am. This is for you.
To the beauty queen from her admirer.
For you.
Even when it comes to flowers, Gary's choice is so classy and expensive. Where is Mr. Gary?
Here. How can I not be here when you think about me? It's impossible. So, finally, you left your boring marriage meeting and decided to come to this interesting event. I'm impressed.
How can I not come when you invited me? Did you speak to Anushka Sinha about me?
Of course. I don't like people easily, you know. But once I like them, I talk to everyone about them. I was telling Anushka about how beautiful you are, actually.
So, Mr. Gary, please tell us about today's event.
This event is for launching the new designs of Brar jewelers. As you know, whenever we launch something new, it totally takes over the market. All the items you see here today can be ordered online, and yes, there's a 100% purity guarantee. Because Brar Jewelers is all about guarantee.
Greetings, everyone.
Greetings.
Angad.
Yes, may the heavens bless you, dear. Hey, why are you still standing? Please sit.
This is Angad's mom.
Greetings.
Greetings.
His grandma.
Greetings.
Greetings to you. I am glad to meet all of you.
This lady hires a taxi like an ordinary person, and this man looks, well, very ordinary too. Seerat's father, he looks like a simple man.
He has never supported me. He let me down today as well, and embarrassing me like this. I wonder what they must all be thinking of me now.
You run a handicraft business, right?
Handicraft.
Yes.
Yes. It's a handcrafting business, isn't it, my dear? He is very good at it. He works very hard too. He's always so busy with his work. He works so much that it looks like he's married to his job. He even skips food because he's always working day and night.
All the men in our family are exactly the same.
Really?
Trust me, it's true, dear. If a man dedicates everything to his work, then the work will reward him with everything that he needs.
You are absolutely right, ma'am.
Impressive. I must admit, this woman is very good at convincing people. And what is your company's name?
What? Company?
Oh my goodness. Why did Miss Manveer ask that? I hope to the Almighty that he doesn't tell her the truth.
It's not a company. I just own a small shop.
He's so modest, right? He runs a big company and the name of it is Seerat Enterprises. Yet he calls it a small shop. You're very funny, dear. Now that we are talking about Seerat, let's go call her. All of you here must be waiting for my Seerat now. Am I right?
You are right, dear. Go on. Bring Seerat here.
Sure, ma'am. I will call her right away. Come on, let's bring Seerat. Please excuse us for a moment. Please take care of them.
Yes.
Excuse me. Come.
Seerat's father is so humble, isn't he? Right?
Yes, Gurleen, you're right. He runs such a big business, yet he is so down to earth. He doesn't boast at all.
Listen, those who have been blessed with everything in life do not have to show off what they have achieved, right?
Yes, and you are absolutely correct. Ajit is very simple, humble, and very honest. He just cares about his family and his work, and he's not greedy or ambitious.
It is difficult to find such people nowadays.
It is obvious that he raised and taught Seerat everything well. She gave the perfect answers to Angad's questions the other day. The upbringing of one's child truly reflects everything about their character.
Why did you lie to them about me? I don't own a company. Why did you let me speak to them in the first place?
We'll talk about it later. Right now, they are waiting for Seerat.
I want you to answer my question. What were you saying? Handicraft company? We have a small shop that is run by Cyber. That is all that we have.
Shh! Quiet! Shut up! Don't say anything about that. Can't you just listen to the Brar family today? Huh? What will it take for you to just sit there and listen to them? Once they see Seerat, the marriage will be fixed. Understand? Look at Angad. He is eagerly awaiting for Seerat to come down and meet him. am going to bring her. Come with me. Come on. Seerat. Seerat? Seerat, where are you, dear? Oh no, Seerat. Seerat. She's not in the bathroom. Where did she go? I told her to wait here. Wow, great. You are a magician, aren't you, huh? If you say the spell, she will appear in the bathroom magically. Can't you see that she's not here? So stop looking for her here. Go out and find your daughter. Don't just stand here.
Really? Is she just my daughter now?
Oh, goodness. Why do you have to give me all these problems right now? Why do this? What are we standing around here and waiting for? Find her!
Okay, fine then. I will go look for her.
Why is Seerat taking so long?
Sister Suda might know where she is. I'm sure of it. But how can I ask her about this? Oh goodness. If I go there, the Brar family will have so many questions for me. I should phone her. I should... Oh no! Oh! I left my phone there. I don't have my phone. How can I call her? What should I do now? Oh... Sorry, Almighty. I have to break this phase for my daughter's marriage. You understand? Oh, it must be expensive. It must cost about 800. No problem. I'll just pay her later for the vase. Or I can ask Sahiba to make a replacement vase for her, can't I? Oh, sorry, Almighty. Sorry. Sorry!
Now what was that? I will be right back. Santosh? Santosh!
Shh. Be quiet.
What
Be
happened?
quiet. Let's keep our voices down.
What was that sound?
Well, in order to get your attention, I had to break your old flower vase.
But why did you break the vase? Why do that? You could have just called me.
But they would have asked me about Seerat. I don't know where she is.
So where is she?
I left my phone outside. How can I phone her?
Well, phone her now. Ask her where she is.
My phone is out there. How should I call her?
You can use my phone. Call her right now.
She's not answering the phone.
Miss Sahiba, all of your designs have an idea behind them, don't they? What's the idea with these 3 chains?
This is Seerat. This is me. And this is 𝐻𝐻𝐕𝐄. And the string that connects us is our parents. It's our mom and our dad.
Wow, that is really so great! Here, look at this. I tried to make 2 clay pots today. The one is a little crooked and the other one is a little crooked too. So that is why I've decided to name it Angad.
What about the other one?
It must be another arrogant member of their family.
You were right. You should stop saying his name now, though. He is ominous. Ominous. Hello?
Sahiba? Is Seerat with you?
No, Mom. She's not here. Where did she go, though?
Angad and his family is waiting for her. What should I do?
Loving the drama so far? Don't miss the next twist. Hit that subscribe button now for more English-dubbed twists, turns, and unforgettable moments every single week. Real drama, real emotions, all in English.
This is the most premium design from the latest collection of Brar jewelers, which has been displayed in front of you for the first time.
So what is the price of this necklace?
Some things are priceless, invaluable.
Sorry?
I mean, we haven't decided its price yet. It's limited edition. Or you could say that it would be worn by someone who deserves it, who's worthy of wearing it.
And who knows, perhaps Angad Singh Brar will decide who gets to wear it, because he is the eldest amongst the three brothers.
Of course. There's no doubt that Angad is a perfectionist in the matter of designs, because he will decide who would wear this limited edition piece.
No. I know that Angad is quite stingy and wouldn't do this. But had this decision been in Gary's hands, I'm sure I would be wearing this necklace. So many missed calls from Mom and Sahiba. I think there's been a problem at home because I came here. I wish they were fixing my alliance with Gary and not with Angad. Oh, it would have been so nice.
Hi, hello. What happened? Why did you get startled? Oh, I understand. Someone you were thinking about appeared right in front of you, huh?
What?
I'm joking, relax. Well, I know what you're thinking. You're wondering why I called you as chief guest in this event, huh? I'll tell you. You see, I'm a reserved kind of guy. I don't like to interfere in anyone's life, nor do I like anyone interfering in mine. I have a small circle, and one has to be very special to enter that circle, you know? I don't like anyone soon, but once I like someone, I love to take care of their likes and dislikes. Like right now, taking care of you is the biggest priority of my life. I didn't even realize when
Tell me, Gary, when and how, please. That's what I want to hear.
But Mom, where did Sister Seerat go without informing us?
Could Sister Seerat have run away? Like they show in the movies?
Listen, Sahiba, you shut him up or else I'll kill him.
Shut up, Kulcha. Don't talk nonsense. Sister Seerat wouldn't do such a thing. She herself is so excited for her marriage.
My mind has stopped working, Sahiba. I mean, what will I tell everyone there? I'm running out of ideas. Please, Sahiba.
You should be downstairs attending to the Brars.
How do I face them, sister? Seerat hasn't returned yet. What will I tell them if they ask me about her? Handle them for me sometime, please, sister. You can do it until then. I'll think of something.
All right, but make it fast.
Yes. You go.
I'll have to do something now. Mom, did Seerat tell you where she's going? Or did you see her going?
I did not see her. I was busy with work. You were also not here. I had to handle everything. How could I see? I don't know when she left.
Mom, Sister must have told you something. Try to remember, please. I can't go around the entire town in search of Sister, right? So please, try to remember something.
One thing is more important than the preparations. I have to go to the parlor. Mom, I need a touch-up.
Listen, I remember she told me that she wants to go to the parlor to go get a little touch-up.
Why does Sister need to touch up at this moment?
I really don't know, Sahiba. The guy she was getting ready and dressing up for, what's the use if he doesn't see her? It won't make any sense. All my efforts will go down the drain, dear. All of it would have been for nothing. She's home. Let me teach her a lesson. Seerat?
I have checked around everywhere. She's nowhere to be found.
Oh, I'm sure this girl must have gone to the parlor.
I just don't understand what your mother-daughter duo do And while you do it, is this the time to go to the parlor? This is your doing, Santosh. You have spoiled your daughter too much. She has no sense of responsibility.
And you have no sense at all. I'm her mother. I'm so tense because my daughter's missing and you're taunting me. You're making my life hell.
You can handle the situation now.
Where is she?
Sorry. I don't know what I'm saying, actually. It's such a special day. Your marriage is about to be fixed with Angad.
And I'm here with you at your event.
You had to come here. After all, I have swag. By the way, Seerat, can I ask you something?
Sure.
So, how does it look? I mean, how does it feel? When you know you're getting married to just the right man. Just like a soulmate and all.
Soulmate and all happens only in the movies. A gust of wind brushes the face. The heart starts beating faster. The wind blows the hair of the heroine. Everything happens in slow motion. But in real life, nothing like that happens. There's no gust of wind that blows the hair, honestly.
No. It's possible in real life too. We just need to find the right partner, you know? With the right person, real life also becomes like a film. Seerat, can I say something if you don't mind? I agree that it's your special day today. But isn't it weird? One guy will come to your house and decide whether you're worthy of being his wife? I mean, come on, what nonsense is this?
It's okay, but...
No, it's not okay. I mean, you're so special. The guy you would marry would be set in life, really. You know what should happen?
What?
You should be taking the most important decision of your own life.
Do you mean me?
Of course, yes. You should decide who is worthy of being your husband. But we're just so conservative and orthodox now. No matter how much we copy modern lifestyles, we're backwards in our mindset. Well, I did not expect this from Angad. Well, to tell you the truth, he is kind of old-fashioned.
What do I say?
I swear, had I been in Angad's place, I wouldn't have wasted time in meeting the family and all of that stuff. I would have held your hand, gone down on one knee and said that I love Seerat. And the girl that I love, I don't want anyone to judge. I wouldn't have wasted time in thinking where she comes from, what she does, who her family are. I would accept her, with her good and bad. She'd be special to me more than anyone else.
Mum, I'll find out where Sister Seerat is.
Sahiba, you're my absolute last hope, dear. Find Seerat somehow and send her here, please, I'm asking you. Dear, please. My blood pressure is rising so high.
Please, don't worry, Mom. I will do something.
Almighty. We had such a good chance with such great efforts as well. I think we'll lose this chance. Almighty, please. Send Seerat home somehow, Almighty, please.
house is, it's really beautiful. You didn't take me on a tour, so I thought that I would check it out. Hey! What happened? You look so scared, as if you've seen a ghost.
No, I saw you. I came here to check on Seerat.
Ah, I see. So, where is Seerat?
She's here.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, sir.
What the? Can't you see properly? Tell me. Who is she? Who is she? She's our chief guest.
It happened by mistake, sir. Forgive me.
Apologize to her.
Sorry, madam.
Hey, it's okay. It's a small matter. Come.
No, Seerat. It's wrong. You know what? People say that if you want to find out how a person really is, notice how they treat their subordinates. That's wrong. If you want to find out how a person really is, we must see how they treat their close ones, how well they take care of them.
So do you count me amongst your close ones?
Well, I do. But
what?
perhaps Angad doesn't. I swear, had I been in Angad's place, I wouldn't have wasted time in such useless things.
And what else would you have done had you been in Angad's place?
Well, I would have gifted you a beautiful diamond ring with the ring ceremony and made you mine. And then?
And then?
Destination wedding. Like Lake Como in Italy or Istanbul.
And then?
A grand reception attended by big celebrities, and they would ask me, Mr. Gary, can we take a selfie with your bride? Won't you ask now? And then?
Huh? I'm already flattered. And then?
Honeymoon. All over the world. I would see the whole world with my wife.
Oh my goodness. He is so romantic. I wish I'd become Gary's wife in place of Angad.
Why is Miss Seerat taking so long? Should I call her and ask?
I see our groom is getting very impatient right now.
Well, he will be impatient, sister-in-law. So tell me, what have you decided to do? You want to wait here for the girl, or do you want to go and bring her on your own? Huh?
Grandma, please tell them.
Hey! Shut up. I told them.
It's so strange. We've been waiting here for so long. And yet Seerat has not come.
Please, will you have something? You have come to my sister's house. Please have some.
Yes, sure thing, ma'am. Once Seerat has arrived, then all of us can have some sweets.
If I tell them that Seerat isn't at home, then a huge drama will ensue. But where could Seerat have, where could she have actually disappeared to?
I'm so stupid. Why am I telling you all this? You're gonna marry Angad, right?
I'm sorry. I don't know what to say.
By the way, Seerat, what did Angad tell you? Like, where would he take you for honeymoon, huh?
I don't know. Angad and I haven't spoken about it.
I think that he would take you to Manali or Shimla.
Where?
Manali or like Shimla or a hill station. I don't know why Angad is such a miser. Sorry, I shouldn't tell you all of this, really. Angad is your would-be husband after all. Seerat, just forget everything that I told you. Just forget it. I don't know. I felt like you're my own, so I told you.
Thank goodness that you told me. I understood on the first date itself. Angad is such a miser, honestly.
Excuse me. Have you seen this woman? No. Why isn't Seerat answering my calls? What do I do? Where do I find her? There are so many parlors here. Which parlor would she have gone to? Should I ask Kirat? How would Kirat know about sister? I should try once more. Ma'am, has she come into your shop today? Sister, where have you gone? Mom had booked a cab from the travel agent, right? I'll call them and take the driver's number. Sister would have gone from that same cab.
Yes, come, sir. Everyone is extremely excited to see Seerat. So, where is she?
Yes, call her. We are all waiting for her. Besides, she is today's special attraction.
Absolutely right. How long are we going to tease the groom for, huh? Call the bride now. Let's tease her too. I think we should.
What's the matter, Mr. Munga? We have been waiting so long for Seerat. Is everything okay? Where is she?
Seerat is not at home.
What?
What do you mean that she's not at home?
Parlor. She has gone to the parlor? Yes, Seerat has gone to the parlor. It's her special day today, don't you think? You've come to see her. So she wanted to do a special makeup look today, and so she went to the parlor to go get something done. I thought she must have come back already. This is what the drawback is of having such a big house, don't you think?
When she knew that we were coming, she could not have gone to the parlor earlier as well?
You know how girls are these days. They do whatever they want to. I apologize to all of you on the behalf of my daughter. No, sir. Why are you apologizing? It's neither your fault nor Seerat's fault. Well, it's a really big day for her as well. She has to look her best, right? It's okay.
Yes. I think you are absolutely right, sir. Seerat has a habit of looking her best at all times, so today she's just putting a little extra
efforts.
Yes, she's putting in extra efforts today.
This is not an excuse to make the guests wait around. She should have thought of that all before.
Yes, Mrs. Brar, you're absolutely right, ma'am. It could have happened before. But you see, Seerat does everything on time, all the time. She manages her time very well. She's always very punctual in everything.
Punctual.
Yes, very. She must be stuck in traffic, otherwise, she's best.
Oh, really? You know, I have seen the world, but I'm seeing this scene for the first time. The groom has come, but the girl... well, she's not home, is she? We've all come to talk about the marriage, and this is happening. And what will you do on the day of the wedding?
It's okay, Aunt. It is normal that girls like to dress up. And since we've come to Miss Seerat, she's under pressure. So it's okay if she's gone to the parlor for makeup. What's wrong with that?
Thank you so much, my dear. Thank you. You both already have such good understanding of each other, don't you? Very good. I feel your match is truly made in heaven.
Actually, my eldest niece loves to dress up since her childhood.
Excuse me. What did you say? Your eldest niece?
Yes, Seerat is my eldest niece.
Oh, goodness. Everything was going so well, but sister...
But you said that Seerat is your only daughter.
I have 3 daughters.
Loving the drama so far? Don't miss the next twist. Hit that subscribe button now for more English-dubbed twists, turns, and unforgettable moments every single week. Real drama, real emotions, all in English.
Actually, my older niece, since she was a child, she liked grooming a lot.
Excuse me? What did you say, your eldest niece?
Yes, well, Seerat is the eldest.
But you had said that Seerat was your only child.
I have 3 daughters.
3 daughters?
Oh, I am doomed. I should have told sister about this earlier. Come on now. I was careless and now I've dug myself into a hole. What do I do now? Yes, I have 3 daughters.
But you had said that Seerat was your only daughter.
No, I never said that. I had only 1 daughter. It's possible you may have misheard me. I mean, I am not saying that you made a mistake. It so happens that Seerat is very dear to my life. She is my pride and love. She is the sole reason for my joy, Seerat. So, it is possible that driven by this emotion, I may have said something that made you feel that Seerat was my only daughter and you misheard. What I mean to say is, I'm sorry. I have such high hopes for Seerat. She is my only child. Oh, sorry, I mean my firstborn.
Miss Santosh, when it comes to the love of a mother, it is shared equally between all of her kids, Miss Santosh.
Yes, ma'am. You are absolutely right. I love all my kids the same and value all of them the same. But I do love Seerat a bit more. After all, she is my firstborn. You know it well. The firstborn child brings us motherhood.
Why are you so quiet? Wait. Did I say something to offend you just now?
Not at all. Nothing as such.
No, please, let me know if I have at all. I thought that we were close. Seerat, we are close, right?
Yes, of course. You see me as a close friend, and I also see you as a close friend, Gary. What is the matter? Why are you smiling?
Nothing. I just remembered something.
Will you not share it with me?
I do wish to share everything with you. I never found anyone who I felt so close with. And now you're special to me.
Oh, come on. I'm really not that special.
You are special. Very special. You are someone that knows no rival at all. A beautiful, well-mannered woman like you, who's fun-loving, adventurous, is a rare sight to see. And if I had to describe you in just 3 words, then I would say a complete woman.
Aww.
I feel to share what is in my heart. It feels as if you and I really have a deep bond.
What bond?
A heart bond. There's one more bond that can be made.
It sure can. Just say it once. Please, say it.
Sister-in-law. I mean to say that you and Angad will be married, and you'll become my sister-in-law, right? Then we'll have a new bond, right?
Sure. And I do not want that.
But I don't believe in such bonds like that. I mean, the bond we share is what exists. I admit that the bonds of society are restrictive somewhat, but a bond made from the heart is liberating. If you were to refuse Angad's marriage proposal and reject him, would you still be close with me? Tell me one thing. How did Angad propose to you? What's wrong?
No, nothing.
Ah, he must have knelt down and said, "I love you." Or he must have held your hand and said, "Seerat, would you like to spend the rest of your life with a guy like me?" No? Oh no, he must have put a ring on your finger. I'm sure he stood up as a formality, right? For you. Global warming, pollution, climate change. People are not realizing that we're heading towards destruction slowly.
What?
I agree, Angad is perfect in a few things. But when it comes to love, he's failed completely. I made him understand so many times. I wrote a few lines on your beauty. Did he recite them for you? Had Angad followed my advice, you wouldn't have felt sad, would you? I knew it that Angad would spoil our family's name here.
You wrote a few lines for me.
A few lines? I could write a whole book for you. And it would be a bestseller. Because you're just simply the best.
What did you write? Please tell me.
I wrote that you're my dream, you are my love. You are the most precious treasure of beauty. Why do you see yourself in the mirror? You're more beautiful than you know. Anyone on earth would envy your beauty. Look at yourself through my eyes, and you would fall in love with yourself. What's wrong? You've fallen in love with yourself?
What? No. I mean, tell me one thing, Gary. Can you possibly teach someone how to be romantic? No, right? Romance comes to someone naturally. Without any effort. As it comes to you naturally.
What's the use of being romantic? Someone else has won the trophy. I was a little too late. You're going to get married to Angad. But yes, always remember one thing. May Almighty keep you away from every problem. But if you face any problem, Seerat, I'll always be there for you. Forever.
Hello, sir? Excuse me, I've taken your number from the travel agency. The girl whom you just dropped near the parlor. Please tell me the name of the parlor, please.
May I know your name, please?
My name is Sahiba and Angad. My mom and sister booked your car. You picked them up from Shimla Puri. Do you remember?
Yes, that's the lady who keeps on talking non-stop.
What?
I mean, the one who talks a lot.
Please, just tell me the name of the parlor where you dropped my sister off, please.
It was not a parlor. I dropped her off at the 4th Avenue Banquet Hall.
4th Avenue Banquet Hall?
What do your other two daughters do?
Higher studies. My youngest daughter is a student, still studying. She's very famous.
I'm sorry, what do you mean?
Fighting, oh, I mean. She's a good student.
And which college does she study at? She must be studying in a foreign country then, right?
No, she studies here. But you see, her college is international.
And what does your other daughter do?
Artist. She's a very good artist and she helps her dad with the day-to-day running of the business. She is very talented, yes. And not just here in India, she is famous all over the world. She's really good at her job. You all must be misunderstood. That I hid the truth about us from the Brar family. I told them about our house, our financial situation, our neighborhood. They know everything.
Wow. That's great. I really like creative people. I'm happy that I'll be meeting her soon.
Yes, of course. We'll be meeting each other frequently now. If he meets Sahiba, he won't show us his face ever again. Please stay away from Sahiba, Angad.
Such minor misunderstandings are quite common. But please listen. Don't misunderstand our family owning up to it. My brother-in-law Ajit is a very noble and cultured man. He has imparted all his values onto his daughters. You have all seen Seerat, and the other two are just as cultured.
Wow, that is great. Out of your 3 gems, Angad realized the value of one of them. Now you all need to prepare the wedding ASAP.
That's what I wanted to say, sir. Yes, absolutely.
Why don't you call up Seerat and see where she is?
Yes, sure. Just a minute. I'll call her up right away. I just hope my ruse isn't over before Seerat is done with her makeup. I swear I'm going to have a heart attack. Seerat, answer the phone. Seerat, answer the phone.
I worked really hard on this project. I burnt the midnight oil to prepare for this event. Oh, hey. Any problem?
No. What were you saying just now? Continue.
I think all this talk about business is boring you. Can we talk about something interesting?
Like?
Like, I want to share a surprise with you now. I hope you aren't getting late.
Why is Sahiba ruining the moment by calling repeatedly? Darn it.
I guess you don't have time. I understand that your marriage with Angad is being discussed at your place.
No. I have plenty of time.
You sure?
Yes, I'm sure. Weren't you talking about a surprise?
Yes, I was. But for that, you'll have to go away with me. I hope you'll come away with me.
Why has Sister Seerat come here? Excuse me? Is there a parlor in this building?
No, there's no parlor here.
There's no parlor here? Excuse me, is this woman here?
Yes, she is. She's inside.
What? What is it? Why did you call me in here, huh? The whole family's waiting outside for us.
Why did you say that we only have one daughter? Even 𝐻𝐻𝐕𝐄 and Sahiba are our daughters?
Well, yes, it also slipped out.
So it just slipped out then that 𝐻𝐻𝐕𝐄 studies in an international college. Toshi, you can lie to the world, but not to me, okay?
Yes, I told a lie. I did. Well, tell me, what should I have told them? That our third daughter tours the city all day on a bike with loafers, that she wrestles like a boy? Does that sound good? Should I have told them that she loves picking fights? Or that she studies in a trashy college?
It's not a trashy college.
Really? It's a fabulous college. The buildings are made of gold and silver bricks, right? What do you really think? If the Brar family finds out the truth about us, do you think they'll stay here even for just a minute? Will your daughter get married then? Stop this drama. Let me go outside. Everyone's waiting.
Let it be, Toshi. You've already done a ton of wrong things.
I'm doing the wrong thing. Me? Dearest, listen to me very carefully. If you try to be an obstacle between my dreams and me, I will finish myself. And then you can happily live with your principles. Sister-in-law Gerline.
Yes?
This situation has reminded me of a saying.
What is it now?
Patience is exactly like a virtue.
That saying seems perfect right now. And it seems to me that poor Angad and his patients are losing the battle right now.
No, it can't work so easily. By the Almighty's grace, Angad is very patient. Isn't it, Angad?
Why are Ajit and Santosh taking so long? Excuse me, I will be right back.
I will deal with that confectioner later. He took so long to give me the change. Oh God, I am late today. You have betrayed me at such a bad time. I don't even have time to get it fixed. If I don't reach Aunt's house in the next 5 minutes, Mom is going to stuff all of these sweets into my mouth. I will ask for a lift from someone. Mister! Lift, please! Lift! Mister! Mister! Lift, lift! Moron! I curse you! Every part of your car should make a sound apart from the honk. Your tires should go flat. I curse that your car get covered in scratches.
Who has put these stones on the road?
I don't want to live this miserable life. I don't even want my daughters to live like this.
Why don't you understand, Santosh?
Sister? Did you find Seerat?
No. Even Seerat hasn't come back with the sweets yet.
What about the snacks for the guests? I mean, they have been sitting there for so long. We have to offer them something.
Seerat said that she had ordered pasta and pizza. I don't know if she's done it or not.
Pasta and pizza? But why?
Firstly, stop asking those questions. You have more questions than our problems. It's not helping us. What will the Brars eat? If they won't be eating pizza and pasta, will they have roadside snacks like you do?
But we will have to offer them something.
I have gone totally blank right now. I have worked really hard for my daughter's marriage. The door of our fortune is right in front of us, but we don't have its key. The ticking sound of the clock sounds like a time bomb to me.
Calm down. Calm down now. Look, I will order some food from outside. But meanwhile, we will have to serve them all the snacks that Sahiba has sent through brother-in-law.
Should we serve such cheap snacks?
What problem do you have with those snacks? Sahiba has made it so lovingly.
We find Sahiba's love sweet, but the Brar family does not. If they see so much unhealthy food all at once, they might get a heart attack. Sister, when I had gone to their house, they had served us so many fancy items that I was confused as to what to eat.
Santosh, do we have any other option now?
If you don't like the snacks, then we'll just say they were bad. But if you don't serve them anything, they will question your hospitality. Santosh, the decision is now yours.
All right. You can serve them what Sahiba's made. Serve it, sister.
I'm a father. I shouldn't be saying this. But the daughter because of whom you have silenced us will surely disappoint you. In a very big way, Santosh.
Why are we here? It's so dark in here.
Just a minute. So, Miss Seerat 𝐂𝐕𝐄, if you get a chance to change one thing in your life, what would it be?
Excuse me?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you seen her here?
Yes, ma'am. I think she went towards the VIP lounge.
I would only like to change one person.
Who's that?
First of all, tell me who this grand celebration is for.
Someone special?
Gary, please, say it. Say that I am the girl of your dreams.
Do you think I'd put these meager efforts in for the one who's special to me?
Does he think this effort is nothing?
Look at this. The one who's special to me would get this necklace from me. And not just this necklace. I'd deck her up with the most beautiful and most valuable jewels in the world.
I cannot lose Gary and his charm for Angad. Or else I will lose his valuable love and this expensive necklace. I have to make a decision right now.
Wow. That necklace suits you so well. Looks like it was made only for you. Look, Seerat. I don't know who that unlucky person is, whom you want to change, but you're exactly the same as the perfect dream girl in my mind. My dream girl. I'm really sorry, Seerat. I don't know why I'm saying all this. Seerat, I know you love Angad and you're going to marry him, so I'm really sorry, Seerat.
Seerat, what are you doing? Forget about Angad and hold Gary's hand.
Sister Seerat?